I feel like I was really close. I am really close. I've got some new transmission fluids. I'm going to swap the pump. I've got a pressure tank coming as well. So that will mean the F1 system should all be good, unless I've got a problem with the actuator itself. We've still got this throttle issue. It feels like wiring again, because it's intermittent, right? The plan is, although I failed to get to the Spa round, we have a round at Magny Cours, which is a great circuit down in sort of central France. That's the target for the road trip with this thing. So I did run this when I first got it. I did do an oil change on it. Just I was a bit worried about the levels, so I did switch the oil on it, and I just chucked in some cheapo, fully synthetic stuff from Euro Car Parts. We're now sticking in this Shell Helix Ultra, which is the stuff it recommends. So yeah, hopefully all good. I've chucked a new filter on it as well, new copper washers on the sump plugs, so the pair of them. So hopefully all good. So the existing pump's down here, just behind the rear quarter. This one here, I've just taken off the Maserati gearbox. So this one, I think I've only done maybe 100 miles with it attached before we had the incident with the puddle. So yeah, so we'll chuck this in and see if it does any good. It's really light out and you can get pretty decent access to it through there. So we've brimmed this to the very, very top, and we can go into our special functions, and we can do clutch bleeding actuator. And then it's now chucking loads and loads of fluid through this thing, doing its bleed. So I just went for a spin around the block. So far, it's doing what it should. I'll be honest, it's a little bit terrifying. You're waiting for something to go kaboom. So these blue seat belts in the Ferrari don't have a pre-tensioner on them, and the wire had just been cut to go to the airbag. I have the old seat belts out of the Maserati that do have the pre-tensioners on them, and I've just chopped the connector off because they'd chopped it off, and just connected the wires. So happy days. Airbag. There we go. And now our passenger side, which is our driver's side, because whatever, right-hand drive car and all that. Our passenger pre-tensioner is saying intermittent absent. So hopefully, well, let's try it. Let's see if it'll let us clear it. Okay, so happy days. We are down to one fault code after the clearing, which is going to be over that side, where I've also got a non-pretensioner seatbelt that I need to switch in. So I'm going to fit that other seatbelt and do the dodgy wiring and just see if we can clear it down completely. If that works, then we'll look at swapping the inertia reels properly and soldering up the wires, all that kind of good stuff. I've got some heat shrink somewhere, I think. So yeah, job's a good one. So I've cleaned all the wiring connectors between the throttle pedal and the throttle bodies, and that issue seems to have gone away. So happy days. So interior all now back in and looking super. So here we have a beautiful pair of old cats. They actually look okay inside, and I've just whipped off the airbox over there, kind of a beastie. And now I can get to the exhaust on this thing. So all I've got is pipes coming straight out of the manifolds up. They've got the two lambda sensors straight into this little back box. Same on the other side, and then single pipes coming out. So I just need to whip out these bolts here, so then I can get rid of the tailpipes, some clamps here and here, and that'll just leave me with the bypass pipes. So I'm trying to do this without taking off the rear bumper, so hopefully, well, I can get the tailpipes out, and then there should be enough access down here, I think, to get the back books out, but we'll see. All right, so catalytic converters ready to do some converting. So interestingly, I can sort of hear myself now. Sounds kind of like a car again. Sounds a bit quiet. Let it get hot. Right, just recording, just for sound. So just about all packed up, ready for the off. I've got all the, I think, essentials, or at least the stuff that I've got lying around that I'd be gutted if I didn't have with me while I was there. So we got the good old Halford socket set, and what I'm taking with me, I'm taking a load of oil, some various hoses, hose clamps, things like that, light bulbs and bits. Got some battery chargers for my power tools. We've got various electrical testers and things like that, endoscope, camera, yeah, all the usual kind of basic sockets and stuff like that. I've got a spare battery. As you know, I've got the alternator light still on, so I'm taking a spare battery and a new one. They're only about 50 quid, so I thought, why not? We've got our warning triangle to keep the French police happy. The car didn't come with a towing eye. This is one from eBay for a Subaru. I just turned it down quickly on my lathe just so it fits through the front grille piece, and stuck a different thread in it, and does the job. What else I got? I've got the jack in here, little alley jack, as well as some other little bits for safety's sake. Parts wise, I've got things like the old F1 pump in here that I took off it because it was working right. So why not have a spare? And any other bits I could think of. Oh, and most importantly, we got a roll of gaffer tape and a load of cable ties. So happy days, you can get out of here. We should eat up the miles, right? If it lets us eat up miles without any issues. So according to Waze, I've got 602 miles to go until we get to Magny Cours. I'm not doing this all in one stretch, partly for the car and partly for me. So I'm off to Surrey tonight, stay at my in-laws' place overnight. I've also got a Maserati rear automatic boot latch that someone's going to grab off me. Then we'll cross across to France tomorrow morning, all being well and all being good. And then, the plan will be to head across to France, then head down over the course of Thursday evening, get to Magny Cours Thursday night, hopefully. That's like plan A. Plan B we'll just make up as we go along. They're running a book on how far I make it. So far I've made it out of Devon, so I think there's, those have really little faith in this thing. Oh, by the way, there's Stonehenge over on the right, whatever. So we'll get a nice rear shot of Stonehenge. Maybe. Can't see, can't tell. Introduction. Boom. So this is the plan. I'm driving from North Devon all the way across to Magny Cours in deepest middle of France, in my 25 gram Ferrari 360 that just got an MOT and all that kind of good stuff. To get to this stage I've had to switch an ABS pump and things like that, and yeah, we're giving it a go, sticking a couple of thousand kilometres on it, see what happens. Looking forward to getting to the circuit, fingers crossed, right? Welcome along again. So let's see what it's like getting on a P&O Ferry and an old Ferrari, well, oldish Ferrari. Wow, look at this, it's lovely and flat. That was a bit of a lacquered drama, wasn't it? That goes down as the least exciting live stream ever. Just drove on. Oh well. Yeah. Anyway.
Formalement interdit le fumer.
Cheers. Screen we got here. Bonjour. We're on Francais. Oh yes. Crossing was uneventful. Really crap breakfast, but whatever. It was a bit rough changing gear again, coming off the boat just then before I started the stream and stuff. Maybe just because everything was cold, I didn't leave it idling for very long. I don't know, whatever. Just all feels a little bit dicey. Everything feels a little bit dicey. But anyway, whatever. I'm in France, that's, you know, an achievement. So I've got my laptop, my little gaming laptop running here. Powered from a Jackery LiPo little inverter battery power box thing. It does seem like quite a long way, 8 hours. So I just had a quick look in the other settings in Waze. I had an option ticked to avoid toll roads. Okay, now we've got the orange engine management light on. Temps look okay. Everything looks as it should, apart from orange engine light. So we need to have a look at that, see what the scanner says. Ideally, before we get stuck in a load of traffic, as we're about to get stuck in. Keeps dropping me out into neutral. Found a bit of shade. That is one hot little car. Right. Cool, found a parking spot with a bit of shade. Happy days. Let's have a report. It's saying everything is so left bank engine, please refer to manual, abnormal. Then I've got gearbox saying I've got a brake switch error, primary vac sensor clutch position, and gear engagements with wrong shifts. And then it repeated again. So let's clear those. Yes, please. Right, we no longer have any fault codes. So yeah. Okay, so although I've still got my orange engine management light on, it just that just selected. It went into neutral again. Yeah, again. Okay. I've got 280 miles to go. I couldn't stream through getting around Paris. Too much going on, and I'm a bit worried about the data plan anyway, so whatever. The car has been, well, the gearbox has been playing silly buggers. It's just been a bit all over the shop. Sometimes it'd just put it into first gear, come to a halt and it would stall. Sometimes try and shift down gears, it just goes into neutral, and then search around and try and find a gear again, and I can get it into something. At no point has it like stopped me, like as in I can't get going again, or you know. So it'll go into neutral, then I'll be able to coast for a minute and then get it back in. Yeah, obviously the arse end of this car gets pretty warm. Hey, we're on video. Hello. And they're on video as well. There we go. I should be glad to get there. I should be glad to get a beer. So, yeah, 90 odd miles to go. So my phone overheated again, so plugging up another stream. I don't know. There's got to be a way of when I drop of cancelling out the stream and then selecting the existing stream or something like that and going back live. I don't know.
Just put it in front here. There, just in front of there somewhere. He's made it. He's made it.
Hey, you're all live on YouTube. I better stop that stream.
We have, we've already discussed it.
What's all the plastic inside? See you guys, thanks for watching. So I made it. It's practice day Friday, and yeah, the Ferrari made it all the way here to Magny Cours, in the middle of France. Lost gearbox issues along the way, but we got there, and I shall be trying to get back, avoiding Paris, avoiding traffic, because what this car does not like is in the hot weather. And today it is 34 degrees at the moment. It's just coming up to midday. So yeah, the plan is try and go back in a way, maybe longer, but that avoids small towns, roadworks, tunnels, traffic and things like that. Because once I get into gear, I'm good. It's all the shifting of gears in the heat that is not great for this thing. So yeah, I've got most of Sunday to get back because we're racing pretty early on Sunday morning. Well, I'm not racing, but the car's racing pretty early. We've got about 20 on the grid this weekend here at Lotus Cup Europe, so yeah, happy days. So we made it back. I got back here around about midnight. So I left the circuits French time. Must have been about 11 a.m. I set off. So damn near 12-hour journey. Bar the little break while I sat on the ferry for an hour and a half. Pretty much just went between petrol station stops basically. Same stuff, right? The route avoiding Paris was absolutely the way to go. So added an extra half an hour at least on paper. I think it probably saved me well over an hour stuck in traffic on the Periphery. So plus, you know, less chance of issues with the car. And indeed, I had no real issues because, to be honest, I didn't need to change gear apart from pulling into one petrol station in France. And there it did hop into neutral again, play the same game of silly buggers. Anyway, all good. I made it across, no issues at all in the crossing. And the home stretch, you know, it's pretty late in the evening, so I put my toe down a little bit, and yeah, happy days. She held together, and we are back home. We now have a very, very dirty Ferrari that needs a damn good clean, maybe a little bit of polish on it, and then we'll get it tucked away back inside the garage again, ready for the next adventure. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but yeah, I am thrilled that I made it. Right, I had a great weekend, yeah, and I am just amazed we managed it with so few issues. So total mileage just over 2,000 kilometers, so something like 1,300 miles in total, so from when I left here. So yeah, all good. Cheap Ferrari ownership when it goes okay. It's fabulous. Fingers crossed it stays this way. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.